In an instant. Everything today is in an instant. Food, messages, etc. Let's see how an instantly written speech works. Welcome, Gary Radcliffe.
Yeah, I wrote it last night, so. And I need 1 second here to kind of get this situated. And I'm glad I didn't print copies because there's a bunch of you here that would have gotten that totally wrong. So I'm going to borrow this, and Paul, I'll ask that you help me out here. And here are my electronic handouts. They're pictures. And I'll get it going here, and hopefully it works right. And I'm not going to pass it around just because I'm an only child and I don't share really well. But it should roll, and I can move it over at some point, and there you go. But
There you go. Good.
in an instant, what can happen in an instant? Lots of things. Instant messages, instant food, emails, text messages, cell phones, a moment of indecision, even a moment of indiscretion. Been there, done that. Life always changes in an instant. Today you're here, tomorrow you're not here. Case in point, some of you may know, February 1st, 2012, I was in an accident. February 2nd, 2012, I was supposed to be here, and I was just not here mentally. It's a beautiful, clear day here on Wekiva Springs Road. If any of you, yeah, over here somewhere. Wekiva Springs, no, back this way. Wekiva Springs Road. I'm headed southbound. Another lady is going northbound. She makes a U-turn. But anyway, we'll get into that. There were mothers picking up their children from school, people going home from work, people going to work, people out running, all sorts of things going on. And it was a normal day. But what I'll tell you is that nothing's really normal when it affects you. And I've gotten lots of comments from well-wishers, oh, it wasn't your fault and all that. But if you've never been in an accident, you really don't, it's hard. Hopefully I don't get all weird here. Who owns a cell phone here? See a show of hands. Everybody, okay. How many of you have been sitting at a stoplight, light turns green, you're doing what a lot of us do, you look, oh God, light's green, hitting the gas, right? Anybody? Okay, don't do that. Who's ever noticed another driver do the same thing? Or better yet, they miss the light and they take off. Or they look up and they see the lights red. Young folks do this a lot. They're driving, texting, and they see, oh God, or the red lights or the stoplight, and they slam on the brakes. Don't get distracted. Well, it happened to me, like I said, on February 1st, 2012, about 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm driving south on Wekiva Springs Road, and you'll see the pictures here, and hopefully they're still rolling through. Mine is the red pickup truck, 8,000-pound vehicle, big car. And I was almost parallel to the 7-Eleven that's there, if anyone knows where it is. If you live around here, I'm sure you do. The lady's headed the other direction, and you're driving, you're kind of doing your thing, and you notice something's not right, but you really don't react to it. The car sitting here, her car, and then it takes off right about the time I hit the intersection. And I'm like, okay, she made a U-turn. And I'm like, okay, people make U-turns, they stay in the right lane, and then they go on their way. Not so much. Something went horribly wrong. She turns, ends up on the opposite side sidewalk. Car, you saw it, low to the ground. She tries to compensate and come back off the curb, but then things go terribly wrong. She was going way too fast. She was doing something where she looked up and took off. And I'm like, uh-oh, now what am I going to do? So she jerks the wheel to the left to get off the curb. And I'm like, okay, this isn't good, but you can't react that fast. You can't. You can't. So I turn the wheel to the left, standing on the brakes almost, but I have 8,000 pounds of
Yeah.
diesel
Oh,
steel
yeah.
trying to slow down, even from 30 miles an hour. Judith Ann Byers, what's her name? I don't know her. Somebody's mother, sister, grandmother, parent, whatever. I don't know her. She may have children. She was born 2 years after me in the same month. All I remember after I hit her on her driver's side door, full on, I jump out and I just remember that gurgling sound that she's making as she's sitting in the car. And I couldn't do anything. The fire station's 200 feet away. What you don't realize is that you can't think straight when the adrenaline's going. So anyway, bam, my car connects with hers. Yeah, it's her fault. She got the ticket. But I did it. I hit her. I'm getting weird now. I slam the truck in park. I jump out. I go see about her. It's going too fast. And I get there to her. We call 911. They get there and they get her out. I don't know if she's okay, and I've talked to folks and they've said, well, if she's okay, you want to know, but if she's not okay, you really don't want to know. But anyway, I finally relax. Emotions take over. Thank you for your emails, you're Bonnie, right? Thank you. It's hard. You cry, you shake, all sorts of emotions go through. Folks, I'm running out of time here, as Jeremy did, but the point I'm getting to is, and I want to inveigle all of you, is watch what you're doing when you drive. Things change in an instant. There's no message, phone call, text, or anything that's worth your life or someone else's. Ms. Toastmaster.